Alright, so it's been a while since I uploaded anything, so I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what the car or how the car currently sits. It's a 93 Acura Integra GS. Used to be gray. I repainted it myself, black, jet black, cheapest black that you can possibly get. But just a quick overview. So we're rocking 17 by 9s plus 35, 225 45 RT660s. These are Advent RG1s. All right, so suspension, we're rocking S3 suspension, street and track, but I've changed the spring rates to 12K in the rear. So right now it's 14K fronts, 12K rear. It actually rides pretty good for how stiff it is. I removed my side skirts from PCI, and I broke my carbon fiber lip, so I have this E-Badium, you know what I'm saying, front lip from years ago. JDM one-piece headlights, Cybon carbon fiber hood. I think those are called Aero Catch hood pins. OEM sunroof visors, JDP Engineering rear trunk duckbill, or whatever you want to call it. The exhaust is a thermal R&D full 3-inch that I kind of chopped and welded to have it fit my current setup. I also added a vibrant resonator. It's a bottle style. Oh yeah, for the front, I'm also using a crash bar from Charlie, I believe it's called Doryoku. So it has two. This one's a little tweaked because obviously I've had to get this car towed a couple times the old school way, the not so typical way of towing. But that's the powertrain. So we're rocking a full K24A2, RBB head, Drag Cartel 2.2 cams, 4-piston ported oil pump, the radium stuff for the fuel. We got Track Tough, swirl pot, and overflow. We also have a Track Tough dash 6A adapter for the thermostat. Hybrid racing shifter cables. Also did the hybrid shift selector springs, Skunk 2 Alpha K-swap header, Hasper mounts. I'm running a competition stage 3.5 clutch with an action clutch 10-pound flywheel. I also have an ATI damper all the way in there. I also have what else is done to the engine? I have it's kind of hard to see, but there is a Chase Bays thermostatic oil filter adapter for my oil cooler right there. Also running a Chase Bays tucked radiator. On track, it works great. So while on track, after about 5-6 laps, it stays roughly around 190 on a decently warm day. I want to say like 70 on hotter days. I tracked last July. It was like around, I want to say like 80 degrees, 75 degrees, and it stayed around 200, so it works pretty well. Over here I have a vibrant catch can. On this side I have a anti-gravity battery, G development bolts -1 because I have a broken tab, but it is what it is. I'm also running a Hone Development booster delete with a 7/8 master cylinder, Hush Performance hydraulic conversion. The engine harness is a Rywire quick detach mil spec engine harness. As for the brakes, I'm running the Spoon monoblock calipers with the Ballot Sports 300 by 25 millimeter rotors. They work great on track. 36 millimeter axles, and Carceps hub. Let's see what the inside looks like. Still got to grease up some stuff, so I'm running the Recaro pole positions in this velour blue. I love these seats. They're comfy. I've driven down to Oregon and back and without any back problems or anything like that. Checker Sports horn delete, some G Development jewelry, Momo Monte Carlo, Checker Sports slim hub, Battlecraft quick release. I also have, hold on, let me get my keys real quick. I'm trying to do this in one take so that I'm not a big YouTube guy. Oh, I got an S2000 push button start, AEM X series wideband, which is connected directly to the ECU, the K Pro V4 ECU. The dash is a Power Tune digital dash, 7-inch model. I also added these indicators here. Kenwood Exelon double din dash. So that's pretty dope. It tells me everything I need to know about the car. You know, this is kind of redundant with the AFR here and there, which is, for me, is just making sure that things are working as they should. And this is a zoom mirror made for a DC2, which bolts right up to a DA chassis. OEM optional armrests, Acuity 4-way shifter. This thing is awesome. No slack whatsoever. I have it in the medium setting, which works best for me. That's kind of it for the interior. Turn this off. What else? Other than that, you know, that's kind of all there is. I don't think I'm missing anything. So far the car drives well. I'm still dealing with some axle issues. Nothing crazy, but I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to cut up some mounts and move this motor, shift it over towards the passenger side, just because on the axles I'm running on the driver's side I'm running a Honda Accord CB7, like a 1990 Honda Accord axle on that side, and on this side I'm running a super long Honda Element from like a 2008, you know, the front passenger side, and it works on track. It's just not smooth for like daily. It vibrates, you can feel the car shaking side to side. Yeah, anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that. It's getting a little dark, so, but what else? Oh, suspension stuff. So S3 suspension, like I said, but all the bushings for the lower control arms, rear control arms, toe arms, outer tie rods, all those are PCI. I think the only thing that's not spherical on this car is the upper control arm, which is the front is hard race and the rear is SPC. Also have a rear sway bar on here, which is from it's either a CTR or an ITR, but it's a 22 millimeter rear sway bar. I also have an ASR rear subframe base. The reason why I didn't get the matching ASR is because I got the sway bar for $100. And same thing with the brace. I got that for $100 too. So, you know, it works. Other than that, I think that's it. Let me close this hood. That is just a brief overview. I don't really check on YouTube that much, but you know, if you guys have any questions on this specific chassis, whatever, hit me up. I'll put my Instagram handle on the bottom. I'm always on Instagram just because a lot of my business is on Instagram. That's where I get a lot of my clientele. And yeah, man, the rear tail lights, they're lightly smoked, by the way. They're not as bright. The original theme for this car was I wanted it black on black on black. I kind of strayed away from that theme. And you know, now we're here. The gold Advent RGs is kind of like, right now, this is my favorite look. Oh yeah, for alignment, if you guys are wondering, if you're trying to rock something like this, for my alignment, I have a guy that works at Firestone, and he is legit. Like, everybody who's in the Pacific Northwest, they go to him. JC Automotive, look him up on Instagram. If you need an alignment and you have like specific needs that you want to you know, make sure that it gets set up right, this is your guy. So hold on one second. So right there, negative 3.6 for the camber in the front, 3.7 on the right. In the rear, I'm running negative 2.4 on both sides. And right now it's winter time, so I didn't really mess with the toe. Kind of just left it as, you know, what's recommended for stock. But for next track season, I do plan on doing the rear's toe in a little bit. Charlie, which had a DA before, he recommends to do like a couple of degrees in, just to get the rear tires to heat up, just because once you start running 225s, 245s and stuff like that, the rear tires don't do a whole lot of work, you know. I mean, they do, but to get them to heat up to the temperature they need before you start hitting them big corners, it's tough, you know. You can do 2-3 laps with just zero toe, or in my case, you know, 10 degrees, and the front are gripping really well, but the rear is nowhere near operating temperatures. So yeah, that's kind of it so far, man. If you guys are wondering what 187 is, I mean, you already know what 187 means, but that was the reason why that's on the car, is because typically I use the number 93 when I'm on track, but this last on grid at the Ridge Motorsports Park, 93 was already taken. So I was like, you know what other clever number I could put on there? So I put 187. Car's black, and yeah. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hit me up if you guys got any questions or anything like that. I'm out.